Earlier this week we brought you some comments from J.J. Abrams, who revealed that he plans to take Star Wars saga elsewhere, with Star Wars Episode 9 taking a different approach to the final chapter of the sequel trilogy to that of Star Wars The Force Awakens, which, as many have highlighted, leans heavily on A New Hope. However, according to a poster on Reddit v Star Wars Newsnet, who recently met with Abrams and screenwriter Chris Terrio, Episode 9 will be the film which unites all three trilogies and brings everything together, as well as incorporating familiar elements from the divisive prequel trilogy. They said that they're going to be brave and there will be big surprises. I got the impression that JJ felt like he had to refresh previous Star Wars moments for a modern audience and TFA, and now it feels like they have free reign to do what they want. Apparently they've had no interference from Kathleen or Pablo, or the Lucasfilm story group. X is also the film which unites all three trilogies and brings everything together. That's all they would tell me. I worry a little bit that the questions I was asking were too leading. I was speaking to Chris and he was talking about the OT. I said about how I grew up with the PT and the prequels were my entry point into Star Wars. I asked about elements of the PT coming into X, and Chris said about how X unites all of it. He said X definitely makes it feel like they're all happening in the same universe, and there would be PT elements in X. They could be visual or thematic. He didn't overtly say that there would be returning planets or characters from the PT or anything. While the prequels definitely have their detractors, they are of course a huge part of the Star Wars lore, and Lucasfilm hasn't shied from referencing them in the Disney films to date. See the mention of clone armies in The Force Awakens, and a trip to Mustafar in Rogue One, a Star Wars story. So, it will be interesting to see what other elements may feature, and the role they could play in the wider sequel trilogy storyline. Star Wars Episode 9 is set for release on December 20, 2019. Before then, however, is Star Wars The Last Jedi, opening this December, followed by Solo: A Star Wars Story in May 2018.